What's going on, guys? Today on Wrench Every Day, we're going to give my Focus ST a well-deserved facelift.
Now, I know what you're thinking. A facelift? Didn't you just do a paint correction on this car? The answer is yes. But if you remember, I did mention that my headlights had a failing UV coating, and they really let down the look of the car. Originally, I had considered doing a full restoration on these lenses with wet sanding, compounding, clear coating, but that's a lot of work.
Instead, I'm just going to ditch these housings entirely. Now, before I show you the new ones, I got to take these out of the car. It's a very simple job. It's 4 T30 Torx, and these things are out. That's where the standard headlight removal ends, and the new install begins here with removing these 4 clips that hold on this cowl on the front of the engine bay. And here are the new housings. Now, the stock housings on this car were actually made by the same company. They're called Osram, and they're out of Germany.
This full LED headlight housing has a xenon high and low beam. It's the first legal HID upgrade from halogen headlights for the pre-facelift Focus ST with an SAE compliant version right around the corner. A full LED version will also be released for the facelifted Focus ST in the very near future. So a huge thank you goes out to Osram for making this video possible. Make sure you go give them a follow so you can stay up to date on their world-class lighting solutions. Now, because Osram is the OEM, or original equipment manufacturer, this installation is extremely straightforward. After plugging in the harness and mounting the headlight, connect the ground wire to the positive battery lead. Then, after a few minutes of fumbling around trying to figure out how to take off the freaking top to the stupid fuse box, take the top off the stupid freaking fuse box. Under the lid to your stupid freaking fuse box is going to be a pair of fuse tweezers. Use those to pull fuse F39. Then, take that fuse and plug it into the fuse adapter coming from the headlight, which I'm doing off camera. The whole thing's off camera. Well, take my word for it, you plug it into the adapter, and then you plug the adapter into where that fuse was inside the stupid freaking fuse box. For the passenger side, it's business as usual. Just plug in the harness and mount the headlight. After the headlights are mounted, it's a simple plug and tuck. You plug the 2 headlights together, and then you tuck them under the cowl, and there you go. After that, it's a simple case of buttoning everything down and reconnecting the battery.
And now for the part I know that all of you have been waiting for, because I've been waiting for it too. You ready? Yes.
Another part of this facelift that I need to address are these fog lights. The previous owner put in these terrible looking LED bulbs, and one of them has already gone out.
So I don't run the under tray on this car, which makes this a really easy job. You can see right there, that's the bulb that I have to reach. So it's a really quick, a really easy job, but I wanted to bring you guys along for the ride because the channel's called Wrench Every Day. Isn't that right, Freddy? Not wrench every other day or every week or every month. Finish your project. Hey man, I need a flathead screwdriver, please. What? Flathead screwdriver. It's a screwdriver that's flat. Yep. Thanks, dude. Just, yep, just, you just gotta, just, you want it? Just, right here. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I hate you so much. So here's the old bulb compared to the new bulb. Typically with halogen bulbs, you don't want to touch the bulb itself with your fingers because the oils on your fingers can cause them to overheat. Now these are LED bulbs, so they're lower heat. You don't have to worry too much about touching the bulb, but you still, just as a precaution, don't want to touch the bulb too many times. And that's one of the reasons I wear gloves, so that I don't get a bunch of greasy finger oils all over these fresh new bulbs. So this side has a little less space, but still should be able to do this. And here's the problem, right here. The bulb is full of water. Light bulbs should not be full of water. They should be full of light. This bulb no longer works. The final part of this whole install is to properly align these headlights so you're not blinding oncoming traffic. Now my previous lights, they weren't properly aligned, so every time I'd be driving on a dark country road, I'd always get people flashing me to tell me to turn my brights off, and then I'd hit them with the extra brights. They'd leave their brights on. It was a whole debacle. It was just annoying. So I don't really know why I never aligned those, probably because I'm lazy, but we're gonna align these properly and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Step one is to park on a level surface, perpendicular with a flat wall, and give yourself about 25 feet from that wall. So the next step is to walk from your projector straight to the wall. So right about here, going to measure about 32 inches off the ground and mark it with some painter's tape. There we go. And now we're going to do the other side the exact same way. Now, pretty much any headlight, be it aftermarket or OEM, they're all adjustable. I haven't really ever seen ones that aren't. There are typically two adjusters. One is for the height and one is for the angle. And I have both adjusters here. So I'm gonna go after it with what looks to be a 7mm hex bit or a Phillips head screwdriver. I happen to have a hex bit on me because I'm good at planning these things. And we're gonna line these bad boys up. Okay, so it seems that the beams are already pretty much centered. You want the leftmost corner of this little dip here to be pretty much centered on the tape, and they both seem to be pretty on point. So you see how this defined beam pattern, you have the left side and it goes up, and then you have the right side. The left side you want to line up with that tape. Both lights, you want them to be even on that plane. So this is gonna be a pretty simple adjustment here. So I just put the hex bit into the adjuster. That moves it up. We'll go down and perfect. So that's one side done. And now for the passenger side, we're just gonna raise that up. And there we go, that's a basic headlight alignment. Now you'll drive around for a little bit, see if people are flashing you, telling you that your brights are on or what have you, and you can make some more adjustments as you go. But this is a good starting point to make sure you're not blinding anybody or making anyone angry by having brights in their rear view mirror.
Once again, I wanted to give a massive thanks to Osram for the headlight housings for my car. I am obsessed with them. After the paint correction, my faded headlight housings were doing no favors for my car's appearance, so these really helped clean it up a lot. I'm also really stoked on how well these yellow fog light bulbs turned out. They look awesome. The whole front end of the car has been updated and it looks way more aggressive at night. And that'll do it for the install. Thank you so much for watching. Check the description for links to Osram and their social media accounts. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, consider donating to our Patreon, and as always, wrench every day.